Hey, we're alive, and this is Damian here with Joshua from the Kill Be Kill podcast, the most unlistened to podcast on the interwebs. And yeah, before we get started, I do want to make a statement just about we're talking about forms the other week.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I will say, again, and I have to credit Rogan with this because they were talking about it, and he wasn't wrong. If you look at it from like yoga perspective, for like body control, balance, conditioning. I'm like, yeah, it makes perfect sense. I get it. That's fine. But the problem is it's like the yoga people, don't think they can go fight people. Right. So even though it's part of it, I get it. It's not like there's no benefit from it. There's other ways to develop these things in a more practical manner. But if you took that time and like, if I was doing forms and like, hit like the heavy bag or hit pads and crap like that and actually, did that, I think you would get more of a benefit. But get it, you're not, you're no place, you don't have any equipment and you want to do something, I go, it would be something to do. So, yeah. Anyway, so did you happen to get a chance to look at the Open the Door?
I did look at that one. That's wild.
Yeah. So apparently, I guess this is. Hold on, I want to pause this. Okay. So like, who is the Open the Door? Man. Okay. The door. No, I don't want the door, man. Okay, here we go. Open the Door guy, because I want to background story. So I want to get some background on this. No, videos are okay. Yes, original viral TikTok video, post October 30. 5 a.m. shows an older man appearing inebriated to confuse the phrase. No. 30 times 7 for no. Open the door guy yelling inside the main merch. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, the Open the Door viral video is identified as a Solano County resident who was arrested after a violent break-in attempt in Fairfield, California home. He claimed to be Harry Dresden, a fictional wizard, while threatening the homeowner. Okay, so the man wearing the trench coat and flip-flops shouted, "Where's your daughter, man? Open the effing door." We'll see in a minute, while kicking the front door. After failing to enter the front, he accessed the home through a sliding glass door. Not uncommon. The homeowner returned, confronting him with a shovel, leading a physical fight that left with both head injuries. The man faces multiple felony charges, and including burglary and criminal threats. Let's see, deeper dive, AI mode. Okay. So he's a 30-year-old identified as James Thomas Nichols. So I was storing outside after failing to get in. So we don't know why he was there and why he, is he dating the daughter? That's what I don't know. So anyway, just wanted to give you, what's up, Clayton?
The daughter probably trolled him online.
You're right. So here's the first video I got on this guy. All right. So here we go.
I just want to make sure that everything's okay.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just figured I'd check on something.
I don't know what you want, man. Get out of my house.
Open this door. Where's your daughter, man? Where's your daughter, man?
What are you talking about?
Where's your daughter? Open the door. This is my neighborhood. Open the door. No, or I will end you. Do you understand me?
Okay. So, you know, the obvious thing, as soon as something happens in your house, you immediately call the police. I mean, that's it. While you're calling the police, you are arming yourself. And you may or may not want to unlock the door or not. That's up to you.
I would say probably not, but you know,
it depends. But yeah, honestly, arm yourself and call the cops, right? There's no like, as soon as you start engaging with somebody and, right when they start getting to,
For what?
I just want to make sure that everything's okay. There seems to be something going on.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just figured I'd check on something.
I don't know what you want, man. Get out.
now the guy he's talking to sounds a little young. I don't know if he even has a daughter, right? I mean, who the hell knows?
we don't know.
We don't know.
That's, that's fine. We don't need to know.
Right. But if you don't have a daughter, or
it's even weirder.
Live there, it's time immediately. You're like, I'm calling the police. You do whatever you want to do. I would just tell them I'm calling the cops and call the cops. Period.
Yeah, exactly.
So that diffuses it.
Yeah, you don't need a conversation with somebody like that,
No, but I'm glad he did. So shit. Yeah.
Out of
I
my
mean,
house.
right now it's by now it's over.
I love how he kicks the door here and it knocks him down the stairs.
And the door wins. Like
Guess
people
what? Kicking a door is not that easy.
No, it's really not. I mean, the movies make it look really super easy, and it's not, especially if it's a front door and if it's a wooden door and it's like a proper freaking door. That's why you have like 30-pound battering rams and you do not, kick in with your foot. It's ridiculous.
But I mean, if this guy thinks he's a wizard and or some anime person judging by his shirt, he probably thinks it's super easy to get through a door.
Right. Well, wouldn't he cast a spell?
You would think.
I mean, this freaking dude. Dude, what are you doing?
And he looks a lot like one of my friends here. I'm actually going to show him this video and be like, hey, look, your brother went crazy.
Oh my God. It's like, where were you last Thursday at 2 p.m.?
Right.
But you're like, yeah, I'm like, and the fact that, somewhere in his mind, I mean, he's on his meds probably. He's got, this is the delusion. This is these are, by the way, you're looking at like a school shooter type. I mean, this is like what it looks like, when they're not trans. But anyway, sorry. Yeah. So let me just see. I have another video. It may be longer. So let me just see what this looks like. But yeah, here we go. All right. What's you got?
Hello?
Hi there. Can you open this door, please?
For what?
I just want to make sure that everything's okay. There seems to be something going on.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just figured I'd check on something.
I don't know what you want, man. Get out of my house.
Open this fucking door. Where's your daughter, man? Where's your daughter,
What are
man?
you talking about?
Where's your daughter? Who's in there with you?
Bro, if you don't
Open this
leave,
fucking door. Open this door. I'm breaking it fucking down. You understand me?
leave my house. You don't.
Are you okay? Is everyone in this house okay?
What? Everyone's okay. What do you want?
Oh my God. Yeah, he does have Groucho Marx eyebrows.
Yeah.
Again, plenty of time.
Man, he just stands there for a while.
Yeah.
Can you leave my house, please?
Can you open the door, please?
Again, he should have.
You have nothing to do with my house. Can you leave my house?
You know what my name is?
I don't know who you are. You don't belong in this neighborhood. That's for sure.
This is my neighborhood, though.
Yeah, I live there. I don't know you.
My name is Harry Dresden, motherfucker. Open the door. This is my neighborhood. Open the fucking door.
Wow.
No, or I will fucking end you. Do you understand me?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I just hope he was like. Just as a side note, I think this is the most exercise this person has done in a very long time.
It might be.
I think it is.
One of his flip flops with white socks, though.
He's killing it. This goes on for this is long.
I'll fucking kill you! Open the door!
Hello?
Okay. Again.
Woo.
Yeah, that was intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, this is, and here's the thing, again, people, as always, we've said it a billion times. This is what law enforcement, God bless them, God love them. This is what they have to deal with. And
Regularly.
So understand that when, you're, for every, traffic stop, he's probably getting, 2 open the door guys for every 12. I mean, it's like, who knows, right?
Every time I watch a video of some traffic stop and the person opens the door and gets out, I'm just like, you died. Like, I don't know why the cop didn't just shoot you.
They won't tell you to. It's like, you understand, I'm like, they're going into it. You're thinking, and this is just typical, and this is how people view everything. I don't care if it's the Iran war or a traffic stop. You're thinking it from your perspective, where it's like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just going to get out and explain to the guy and show him I'm a nice guy. He thinks you're trying to kill him.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Why? Because it happens a lot.
And getting out of your car is extremely aggressive behavior to begin with.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
You want the cop to be cool, turn your car off, first of all. You put your hands on the steering wheel and you just wait.
Yeah. That's it.
And when the cop comes up, he goes, "Hey, do you have your license, all this other stuff?" And you say, "Yes, my license is in my pocket, which happens to be right here. Would you like me to grab it out for you?" And the cop goes, "Yes, please." And you go, "Okay." And you do it nice and slow. And you open it up and you hand him your license. And he goes, "Where's your registration and insurance?" And you go, "That's in the glove box. If you'd like, I can get it out for you." And the cop goes, "Yes, please." Or he goes, "Actually, I just got a call that the station said you're good." And you're like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah. It's like, what you're going to say it. Is it okay for me to do it? And then you're going to do it slowly.
Man.
And
I almost got, when I got accidentally arrested by the FBI, I've told you guys this story, right?
No.
I have to have told you this story before.
No.
Oh, yeah. So I got accidentally arrested by the FBI as an arms dealer.
Wait, what?
Yeah, when I was a teenager.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and so they assaulted my house because they thought I was an arms dealer. And, it was like...
How?
What do you mean? How they thought I was an arms dealer?
Yes.
Oh, so my grandfather bought a car from a guy who was an arms dealer. And they were tracking the vehicle, and they thought a sale was going down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
okay.
my grandfather was driving, but they didn't think, they were like, he's too old to be it. So they thought I was the arms dealer.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
And so anyways, a whole bunch of cops showed up, obviously. The SWAT team was on standby. The helicopter was doing circles. And, you know, but they're like yelling and screaming at me. They're like, put your hands out of the car, all this stuff. Cause like I'm an arms dealer. I'm probably armed, right?
Right.
And so they're like, get out of the car, you know, put your hands out of the car, right? Put my hands in the car. They're like, get out of the car. Well, you could only open that door from the inside. So I kept putting my hand back in to open the door. And then they're screaming, get your hands out. So I put my hands back out, get out of the car. And I'm like, I can't get out of the car unless I open the door, you know? And so eventually I'm like, either I'm getting shot or I'm not. So I finally just put my hand really fast and pop it open. And then I just waited. And they're like, all right, now get out of the car. And so I got out, threw me to the ground, blah, 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 everything. Yeah, whatever. But anyways, but I was like, I'm either getting shot or I'm not, because I can't get out of this car any other way unless I climb out. Right? But in my mind, I'm not thinking I could just climb out. You know, I'm just like, this is the only way to get out, right?
How long did it take for them to figure that out?
I don't know. Time was weird in those situations, you know?
Yeah.
But it was relatively quickly that they were like, something's not right, which their intel was all messed up to begin with, because I obviously didn't look like the dude.
Right.
But anyways, and so eventually they're like I get out, the cops that are handling me are basically like, you know, you're screwed. If you flinch, we're going to kill you. And I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. And then they like, my grandfather gets out and they're like, so what's going on? And he's just like, I don't know. I bought the car, you know?
Right.
And so it took probably 10, 15 minutes for the cops to finally be like, all right, you're good. And the cops that like affected the actual arrest, they were like complete a-holes, never apologized or anything. They just uncuffed me and walked away. Like they're pissed off that they didn't get their guy or something.
Of course.
And then like the lieutenant, yeah. Right. And then the lieutenant showed up and he was just like, I'm super sorry. Basically, please don't sue us.
Right. Exactly.
And he's like, wasn't my operation. The FBI's around the corner. They're trying to figure out what went wrong. They're going to be here in a couple minutes. And then the FBI rolled up and they were like, hey, we're really sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Please don't sue us, basically.
Right. I told you about when I was a kid, my dad. So there was a Phil Ross that lived in Hawthorne, and then there was my dad, who was Phil Ross, that lived in Ridgewood. And my grandparents lived in Hawthorne, so my dad would go over there to visit them. I think one time a package had gotten misdirected to there's something happened where my dad had like dropped something off at this guy's house or something, right? I mean, this is like, we're talking about in the like 70s, so it wasn't like I don't know how it wound up there, whatever. Anyway, so one day, Secret Service knocks on our door. Yeah, and they come in, and there was like, you know, a few guys, and it was like my mom, I was a baby, and my dad, and you know, the guy starts, you know, questioning my dad, and he's like, are you Phil Ross? Yes. And my dad had, like, that time he had a home office, which was kind of like a little unusual in the 70s. So, you know, they're like, you know, he's got like, you know, all these like phone lines coming in and shit like that. So, you know, he could have been a bookmaker.
Right.
So it turns out, like, they're like, is your father so-and-so? And my dad looks at him, he's like, no, my dad's dead. So the guys start looking at each other, and then they start asking some other questions. But I was like, no. So they got my dad confused with the other Phil Ross. And they were just looking at my dad's behavior. And then when they say, like, build a case on this guy, yeah, man, they built a case on my dad, and they had to file, like, you know, taking papers. And my dad's like, you've been surveilling me for the last 6 months. And he's like, he's like, it's okay if you just kind of burn all that shit. You know? He kind of left it at that. They're like, yeah, no problem. And then that was that. I mean, it's funny because I think about like times where I was like in the car with my mom. I was like, God, it'd be about 7 or 8. And I was coming back from someplace. And I remember like there was literally black dude, suit, sunglasses in like a Caprice Classic. He looked like a Fed following us. Right. And now I'm looking out the back. I'm like, this guy's following us to my mom.
Yeah, you're like, Mom, this dude's following us. And she's like, whatever.
And I'm like, no. And then I'm like looking at trying to get the license plate, and the guy's like swerving back and forth. I'm like, this guy, now that I think about it, that guy sucked. I was like a child. I'm like, and what are you doing? I'm like, what? So I can't read the plate? I'm like, I don't understand what was happening. So my mom, of course, just drives directly to our house, and the guy, we live in a court, so he drives back, drives around the block, and I watch him freaking drive out the thing. I'm like, we were being followed. And this was kind of all about around that time. And I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, my mom's like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, man, weird. Because if somebody says like build a case, you can interpret any behavior as criminal behavior.
For sure.
100%. I'm like, well, why is he going to the bank?
He's making phone calls out of his house.
Right. I'm like, where's he going? He doesn't go anyplace. He just goes down. Why does he meet that same guy in the park every day? Who's that?
Right.
You're like, yeah, man, it's freaking.
He goes for a run and ties his shoe on this bench. Is that a dead drop?
Exactly. So, yeah. So, next thing I want to talk about is from like parent safety. Have you heard about these like teen takeovers?
Yeah, and I think we've covered one or two already.
Yeah. So this one just happened. They basically, they get a bunch of underage kids. They all meet on social media and they go to a spot. Parents, don't let your kids do this. Like ever. It's not fun. It's not something to do because then every time, look, I'm all for like free speech. I'm a free speech person. I'm like, you will never catch me at a protest.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah, right. So, it was said it would have to be like, they're sacrificing babies. I'd be like, all right, maybe I should go. So, anytime crowds are around, especially, it like you get that mob mentality. And I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but it's like, it gets amped up. All of a sudden you become like faceless and nameless, and there's an energy and it takes over. And when you're a kid, you're a teenager, you don't think of any freaking consequences. I know I didn't. And, before you know it, you're getting arrested. You got a record. There's a whole bunch of only bad things can happen for this. So it's, really kind of, we always monitored our kids' social media, especially, but then it was like, how can I put this? All of our kids, started, it's like, when you showed up to class and your teacher's like, hey, okay, everybody starts the semester with an A. And then you got to keep that A. That was kind of our attitude with our kids. So, we'd let them do things. I'm like, I need to know where you're going. You need to be communicating with us. You need to check in depending on their age, things like that. I go, dude, just let me know the details. Now, and you got like Life 360 to kind of track them, which obviously, that only came about recently. But, I just, kept, communication there. You have to, people have to be aware of this shit because, you may think they're going to a party or they're going to something else that it's not. So you have to you got to ask questions, you got to ask details. And then, if our kids were like, if your kid screws up, then it's like you take away privileges. They just can't do these things. You told me you're supposed to be someplace, you weren't there. Okay, guess what? You're not going out there now. This gets knocked down. So yeah, so when you're getting it, there's a mob mentality with adults. As Clayton points out, it's like, yeah, you become a mindless piece of this big organism. It's the crowd, because it's like everyone's been to concerts. You've been to, rallies, you've been, you feed off of each other's energy. If you ever played on a team sport, you feed off of each other's energy. That shit is real. It's tribal, it's important, it's inherent in us. That's how you can actually go to war, because, you're with the person next to you, of camaraderie, and then you just, you're amped, and like, guys, you hear people talk about shit. you know, where they're like, I didn't realize what I was doing. Like, especially like there were some guys, it was, God, I forget after what game. I think it was a hockey game, Detroit, and the kid's like, yeah, next thing you know, I'm like, you know, kicking in the store window. And he's like, I don't know. It just felt like the thing to do. And yeah. So, you know, this is happening. Again, it gets amplified when they're younger, and, you know, no good can come of it.
The more insidious element of this too is you know, like, who's organizing these things, right? And if we don't know who's organizing them, then is this just conditioning for, you know, these flash mobs, conditioning for future protests, future insurrection items, you know, whatever, right?
Interesting. Yeah.
You know, like, you don't know, right? You know, you start it at a younger age, right? You know, we talk about indoctrination starting younger and younger and younger. Well, if you can get a bunch of teens to show up and just, you know, be a mob, well, then what's the next step? What's the next level, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Great point. But I mean, I think it's all conditioning, to be honest.
For sure,
You know,
for sure.
you know, it's like, you know, how you're develop, you know, they're just conditioning, you know, these habits. So now these people, you can be activated at a later date.
Exactly. That's just it. You know, because like, yeah, this is happening, but somebody's organizing, right? Somebody's starting it. Who's that person? You know,
I mean, I'm sure there's some that are organic, but those don't last long.
No, they don't.
Right?
They don't.
They're
And
like,
I think with modern communications, right? You know, social media and all that other stuff, I think we're seeing less and less organic things like that, right? Where it's like, you know, you and like 4 buddies are like, hey, let's just go down to, you know, at the time, you know, our age groups, like the mall or whatever. Hey, let's go down to the mall. And then like now you have 30 different kids who all were like, hey, let's go down to the mall. Now you've got like a little bit of a mob there, right? You know, and that's now organic. That's happening less and less now, because now everybody's in communication anyways. And so it's like, hey, we're all going down this way. We're going down this way. We're, you know, next thing you know, it's like, hey, flash mob down there, let's go. And everybody shows up, right? You know, it's a lot less organic as far as that goes.
The best, you know, my experience, the best thing to how to combat this is to have like actual friends.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You know, so like my friends had their friends on Snap. You're only friends with people that you know on Snap. And it goes, and if I don't know you, I'm not, you know, I'm not going to meet you. You know, it's just not a thing. Or your friend is like, hey, you know, a bunch of people going on there. It's like, yeah, no, if I don't know these, no, you know, it's just not. But it's like, you know, you have people that if you don't, you know, if they don't have it, and I get it, you know, there's some kids that are, you know, feel isolated, especially what's happening now. Again, conditioning, you know, how things are done. I mean, it's like you would think that even if you do feel quirky and out of touch, you know, there'd be more people you could connect with. You know, I mean, holy shit. I mean, pedophiles seem to be blossoming.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they seem to find each other no problem. You know, so quick shout out to Tom. Hey, thanks for joining us, buddy. But yeah, I'm like, you know, just like, again, pay attention, because like this stuff, again, like Josh brought up a great point. You know, you're getting conditioned, and you're going to be like, look, you're putting yourself at risk to go to these things, because, you know, this is like you're lucky that, you know, only, you know, a couple people got arrested and they broke it up. But you see, like, you know, then they'll do shit with like cars, and they'll take over a block, and they'll do all this other stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's totally conditioning, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So I'll do the cop thing first, and then we'll get into Alan Ritchson.
The out of shape one.
Yeah. Yes. This is one of my favorites.
Oh gosh, this is so bad.
You know. So hold on. Here we go. It's the purpose actually brilliant on this, because he just runs out the clock, and this is like, yeah, okay, here we go. Just watch this.
Oh, he tried to pull him the guard.
Yes, right, exactly.
I mean, let's be real. That cop's probably like 60. Like, what's he still doing on the beat? You know?
Right. Just ran him out.
Yeah, he's not even that fast or coordinated either. Like the kid, you know?
Okay. So I know nothing about the background of this event, but it looks like, yeah, it's older cop. Now, in a lot of jurisdictions, like my buddy just got on and he's in his 50s.
Wow.
He's in a lot better shape, but you would think if you were an older person, why are you chasing him? Right. So think about this, right? Cop goes through training, still had to go through the academy, still had to do everything, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know how long he's been on, right? He might have been on for a while.
Right. So, but you think about like what your natural instinct is, right? His end game here is, first off, like we never train anybody to arrest them by themselves. That's insane. You detain them, you wait for backup. There's no, because this happens. You know, him trying to pull guard again is insane, but that's his training. So, you know, they're doing BJJ in the academy, you know, they're like, yeah. And the perp is smart because he's like, I'm in better shape than this guy. I'm just going to outrun him. And then, yeah. And then the guy's like, you see, like your instinct takes over. I'm like, if you can't look at this, like, you know, you have to look at like, you know, what your training is, more than what he actually does, because right now he's just operating on instinct.
For sure.
And his instinct is like catch thing. And I'm sure if you put these both these guys in a room and it's like, hey, could you kick his ass? You know, big guy's gonna be like, yeah, I'll kick his ass, no problem. Yeah, problem. You know, and then the other guy's just in a little better shape.
It's just a little though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm like, you know, but again, this is like bad training. One, don't effect an arrest by yourself. You have the guy, have him put his hands on the car, call for backup. And then I don't know what this guy would possibly be doing. Maybe he stole the bike. Who the hell knows? I don't know what happened before this. One is like, now it's like, you're not going to catch him even if he just runs forever.
I mean, you could have just stood by your car and like taken the bicycle or something, you know, like, I don't know.
Right. Again, you know, as we say, like, you know, fatigue makes cowards of us all, right? Yeah. He is not in it. As soon as it happens here, he's done. Cop's baked. That's his move. That's his move to end it, which is the wrong move and that shit training. The rest of it just kind of goes out the window because, again, he's operating on instinct. Now he's like trying to grab his pepper spray. And then, it's like, you know, when the guy's running away, it's really not going to fucking work.
Again, why are you running after him? Like,
and by the way, the poor bastard just sprayed it and ran through it
3 times.
Yeah. So, you know, he's getting hit with a little bit of the blast. You know, they got none on the subject. And the guy's freaking gone.
Yeah. So for all the people who are like, pepper spray is all you need, there you go.
Right.
It is great when it's used effectively, but there you go.
Like, especially if somebody is attacking you and trying to get to you, but as they're getting away from you, that's not the time to use it. It doesn't, it's not going to stop them.
It's just going to encourage them to keep going.
Yeah. I'm shocked this guy didn't either try to tase him or shoot him, to be honest.
Well, my thought the first time I tried to pull guard was like, wait a minute, you're pulling that guy right into where his hand's gonna be right at your weapon.
On your
like,
gun.
What the heck?
It's insane.
Oh my gosh.
The whole thing doing it is insane. You're putting everything in your gun belt in play.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, at that point, you should have just tried to knock him out. But everything in your gun belt is on the menu. And you're willfully just pulling yourself into somebody. Nuts. But yeah, and this is what a lot of this looks like.
It's sad, honestly.
Yeah. Because in reality, you know, it's like, you know, you should have, again.
Well, you know, and not to trash talk cops, because I love cops. I have lots of cop friends, you know, and you do too. And we got Peyton here and everything else. And it's like, but it's like, these are the like that could be the person who shows up to your domestic dispute call or to your active shooter call or
Right.
to your, that guy who was banging on the ring camera call,
Right.
and that's
Right.
unfortunate.
Yeah. And I think this is a lot of it. And you're like, but again, I'm looking at poor training, let's scrap the, the conditioning thing. It's really poor training because why you've exerted so much energy to accomplish anything, as soon as this guy's like here, I don't know, I'm dying to know what precipitated this.
Right.
I'm like,
why did you have to capture this kid?
Yeah. Yeah. Where he's just like,
yeah.
Yeah, like Clayton. Yeah, right. But again, this is, you're expecting because somebody programmed in him, and this goes with a lot of shit. They're like, hey, yeah, somebody does this, you pull him down, you got him.
You got him.
He's yours. And they're like, nope. Probably should have, yeah. So anyway. So yeah. So let's go with should we do the helmet cam footage first?
Sure. I didn't get to see that one, but I did watch the body cam one.
All right.
I watched half of it and then this started. I didn't get to see it all.
So Alan Ritchson, he played Reacher, Thad, what's his name? Thad, shit from, fucking, Thad Castle from, you all know from.
It's not a show I've watched, so I don't
it's
know.
from Blue Mountain State. It's freaking awesome. It's awesome. So anyway, the PR-24, dude. I like a good old nightstick, bro.
I like the European ones that are spring loaded.
Oh, like the spring Kosh.
I don't know what the Kosh is, but it's basically a spring. It's like a spring loaded baton.
I'm trying to see if I have one around here.
And they have two different versions. They have one that goes front, back, front, back, front, back, and they have one that rotates. Oh, and what they do is they charge it and then they let it go and it just boom, boom, and they just like take it and like run it down your body. You just bam, 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 and you get smacked.
Oh,
it's nasty. Yeah. Clayton's right. It's nasty.
Oh, nice. So
you'll get hit like 20 times in like a second.
So it's like kind of like a vibrator.
Kind of. Yeah, but it's like a spring-loaded baton, and it's like it's like baton size,
but it's like electronically driven.
No, it's got a spring. So
okay, wait, hold on a second. Wait, let me just show.
I don't know that much about them. I just know a few guys who have had experience on the other end of them.
Okay, yeah, right.
They told me all about how it felt.
So does it look like this? Does it look like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, hold on, let me just see.
Yeah, spring-loaded baton. Yeah.
Yeah, spring Kosh. Those are nasty, dude.
Yeah.
I have them. Oh yeah. It's freaking, and yeah, it's like kind of like a mini blackjack.
Yeah,
it's freaking nasty. It's like Kempo stick. Yeah, I said spring Kosh.
Yeah.
Kosh. Yeah. I've got them. We have them in the video in the old school module 11.
Oh, it's been so long since I watched that. I need to go rewatch it.
They're in there. So, all right. So Alan Richardson's a stud. He's driving around on his dirt bike, and his kids' electric bikes are riding around the neighborhood. Apparently, a neighbor doesn't like it, so hilarity ensues. And yeah, okay. Can we see that?
Yes.
Okay, this is his helmet cam footage. Okay, that's a stock sounding exhaust to me.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Stand in front of a fucking bike again, dude. You threatened my fucking safety, bro. Are you kidding me? I should not be a fine. Go ahead. I've called the BPD. I've called them already because you've been driving around this fucking neighborhood like a fucking lunatic. Really? There's kids running around here. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He definitely wasn't driving that fast.
Not at all. Zero. Not at all.
Call the police. Fucking I'll fucking knock you out, bro. Unbelievable, man. I should have run you over, dude. You did? You did? Don't run you around, you fucking lunatic.
Okay, so far, all he's done is like the guy blocked his bike. They put you. All I can tell is maybe he pushed him, and then Richardson pushed him down. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't see him punch him or anything like that.
Nah.
Again, that is a stock exhaust, so it's not loud, and he was not going fast. He's got kids on e-bikes, his kids that are behind him that are like, okay, our dad's a psycho.
I mean, they're just taking me in stride, really. They're just
Right,
sitting there.
exactly. Like, yeah, it's fucking Reacher. Now he's still impeding his way, which is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now this is like, I mean, someone can make like a kidnapping case, but I don't know. It's like, it's a problem. Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking out of your goddamn mind. You fucking stay down. Fucking stupid.
I mean, he's just pushing him down. And if his kids are like our kids, they're probably like, yes, that's awesome.
Right? Right.
Like,
Get
that's
him.
awesome.
Get
That's
him.
awesome.
I would have left my helmet on, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, right. Right. The guy would not leave him alone.
By the way, all on camera. You're assaulting me. It's all on camera.
It's all on camera.
Yeah, exactly. I'm wearing a camera. Holy crap.
Yeah. I mean, you can even see the speed in his thing. I mean, he's like well under this, whatever the speed limit is.
Yeah, that's like 18 miles an hour right there.
Yeah. That's like as much
So-
as he was doing going up there.
Yeah. I'm like, so again, stock exhaust. Obviously, this dude's the dude who assaulted him is a lunatic, right? So now we have the body cam footage.
He's probably the president of the HOA.
Yes. I agree with that. Yeah. So, but I was asking for right. So let me just share. So now cops come, and now here's like the statements, which is freaking hysterical.
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just trying to contact my attorney.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, so that's Alan Ritchson, obviously.
Pretty big dude. I'm just saying.
Yeah. What are you doing? Call the cops, give them a license plate number.
You know?
There you go. You got to sit there and go out there and be like,
Yeah, and then the cops can go and be like, were you driving recklessly, whatever, and he can show them the video and be like, I was going 18 miles an hour.
yeah. And now, and you probably, if you report somebody for reckless driving, it'll have a tougher time for him proving it than now having the footage of being assaulted by this other asshole.
For sure.
I think you remember Officer Smith from yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a weird 2 days.
It's been different.
So all we want to do is talk about what happened over there.
Okay, obviously my life is a very high stakes one.
Sure.
Very public, so I think I need my attorney to just be privy to this.
Smart move. Yes,
Fair.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Always.
absolutely.
There's video of the incident, right? It doesn't show the whatever started it, but it does show you beating him up pretty good.
Did he cut out the rest?
This was from a neighbor. So I'm just letting you know
Did
there
he
is.
cut out the part where he shoved me off the bike?
So this isn't from him. This is from a
So-
Yeah, right, dude. Yeah.
third-party
Was it
witness.
cut though? Was it edited?
No.
So you would have seen him shove me off my bike after I tried to leave peacefully.
No, so I'm not accusing you of anything.
I know, but like,
I'm just
what
saying-
have you seen though? Because if you didn't see that part, the rest doesn't make sense.
So all I see is you beating up on him in the grass, right? I didn't.
Yeah, the dude obviously edited the video and
Or
gave
it was
only
done by
that
a
part.
neighbor, so the neighbor saw something going on and started filming just what they were able to catch. You know what I mean?
Correct. Right. Right. So he heard the noise, came out, and then started
Yeah.
filming after.
And then he's
the
like,
fact.
"Oh, something's going on!" Whoop, you know.
Yeah. Right. That's like when we say in sports, when you've got kids, you're like, look, I'm like, they never see the first punch. The refs always see the second punch. And that
Yep.
always the case. And that's a dude who gets the flag.
You missed the rest.
Which is why I'm here, because it doesn't look good for you, and I want to figure out what happened
I'll show you
before.
the tag, dude. Let's just watch it together. You also need to do a toxicology report. He smells like alcohol.
Okay.
This is it.
Yeah, is that your blood? Do you need medical attention or anything like that? It's on your elbow.
BMW or any individual
Yeah, from when he pushed me off my bike.
Be a report taken for this, obviously. I mean, you're welcome to call your attorney. I'll give you the incident number so you have that. 250.
250.
Can you pull a case number if there hasn't been one pulled already?
I would like a toxicology report. Hold on, that's a part of this.
10-4-0-0-828.
Him being drunk wouldn't have anything to do with this.
10-4. We don't do toxicology reports for public intox, right? He's getting medically evaluated right now because he does have injuries. All this is going to be documented. The misdemeanor, whether a misdemeanor occurred, is that if it occurred outside of my presence, both parties are separated. So we're just going to document this, take a report, let the investigation play out. 250. I think that's what our contract.
So in a situation like this where
Example.
a situation like this, which I'm sure looks bad for me, but is self-defense, and he's going to claim whatever. He's obviously a liar. He said I hit him on the bike, called me was instigating, whatever. He was obviously the aggressor here, in my opinion. What do I just sit and wait for, or do I file something with my attorney, or what happened? Like, what do I do to protect myself here?
So, I mean,
He's obviously the aggressor.
you've got the video stuff right there. So just submit that to us. We'll put that in the evidence log along with all the other witness information
And somebody
and
watches
videos.
everything that they have, and they put it.
Yeah, it goes to our detectives. Yeah, so they'll see all that. Yep, and they make the determinations on their end. So that's our job. We come out here, we take the report, and again, there doesn't need to be an arrest made right now. If there is one, that's going to be made because you guys are all separated. So I've got to collect all the evidence from everybody, get all the witness statements and stuff like that with my officers, and that's what we're doing right now.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to come and talk to you because you've got a side of the story, right?
Sure do. Like, even though he started the phone call to the police, I feel like he was the aggressor, no self-defense. Obviously, he put his hands on me and pushed me off my bike. I needed to make sure myself and my kids were safe. I think he should have to be fearing arrest right now. So, but how do I make that a part of this, or will they determine based off this that actually he should be arrested?
So we'll go based off of all the evidence that we have. That's going to be taken into account. Obviously, the other video, which is consistent with what that shows, and then the witness statements from people that saw.
So just to recap here, what's happening, right? From a legal standpoint, I don't know what state they're in, but I don't think if the injuries were severe, it may be different. Like if somebody is, let's say they're dead, or, need to be hospitalized. So in this case, no one needs to be hospitalized. They're just, minor injuries. So Officers are taking a report. Again, they're not arresting him, so they haven't read him his rights. So until they arrest you, you know, anything you can say or be willed, you know, used against you in court, until they Mirandize you, you're kind of like not, you know, it would wind up in the report.
For sure.
So, you know, is it admissible?
That's up to, you know, the judge to decide, right? You know, because and they would take, I think they would take everything into consideration, and if that needs to be admissible or not, right? You know,
so even though you're not getting arrested, get your attorney involved ASAP.
100%. Absolutely.
I can't stress this enough, because
I like how he shows, you know, the cop comes up and he's got like he's got like a different attitude, and then he's like, well, check out the video. And now the cop's kind of just like, okay, whatever, dude, like, you know what, we're gonna take care of this. Because it's like, now it's obvious he's seen the whole video, right?
Right. So Clayton brings up, you know, totality of circumstances. Exactly right. That's the official. So so, you know, you're doing this stuff and you're like, look, you know, it's like, you've got to, you know, immediately, you know, get your attorney involved, because again, I was like, one of my attorney, he's like, you know, it's always like the cousin Vinny line when he goes, you shoot a man at the Soap and Suds, and Ralph Macchio's like, I shot a man at the Soap and Suds. You know, and he said it like that. And then when they're reading it back in court, it's a confession. It's like, did you shoot a man? Yes, I shot a man at the Soap and Suds. And then you're like, holy crap. Yeah, dude. You know, that's like, you know, that can happen. So, you know, minimal, you know, words, you know, and attorney always, because even then, once you say you have an attorney, law enforcement will change their tone. You know, now they're going to be like, okay, you know, we're going to treat you in a, you know, spoken, you know, we're going to treat you in a,
they're going to make sure that they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's, because obviously everything's going to get messed up if they make a misstep, right?
Right.
And that's what we take into account, right? And then his injuries, obviously, and there is some blood on your elbow. Do you have any cuts or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I wiped out pretty hard. At gym, my thumb's super bad.
Okay. All right. Do you mind if I go grab my camera and take a picture of that? Okay. Perfect.
All right.
The person endangering anybody here was this dude. The only aggressor was this dude. It only got unsafe in the environment or the neighborhood when he started being the aggressor and jumping in front of bikes and pushing people off bikes. Like, why? Like, I feel unsafe with him in the neighborhood right now. I feel unsafe with my kids going out in the neighborhood. Like, why doesn't he get arrested?
284, did you call me?
Well, like I said, the same thing for you is the same thing for him. This is a misdemeanor that occurred outside of our presence. You guys are separated. So we're doing all the investigation, getting everything, and then it's going to be reviewed. That's totally fine. That's totally fine.
He's like,
All right,
wait, so
upload these.
I would have been, can you pause? I would have been like, wait, so if I walk over there, we're no longer separated and somebody can be arrested?
Right. Great point. Great
like,
point.
hey, I'll press charges right now. This dude assaulted me.
Right. Right. So, okay, let's go.
Just hang out with
Right.
him.
Thank goodness everyone appears to be somewhat okay. Moving on from this, I don't believe, based on what we just heard from law enforcement and the current status of this, that, you know, Ronnie Taylor is going to file some sort of lawsuit against Alan Ritchson. Seems unlikely. And I'll just say, look, as a personal note, it's just sad that this happened. It was sad this happened in front of kids. But authorities say Ritchson was in the right. And I will tell you, from point of law, doesn't this show the importance of having all the videotape in any investigation to get to the bottom of what seemingly happened, particularly in a self-defense case where time matters, where details matter? Because if there was no video and it was just Taylor's word against Alan Ritchson, could get tricky. Could be.
Yeah. And that guy could be like, hey, honey, hit me, hit me with a frying pan. You know what I mean? Like that kind of crap. And you're like, yeah. So wait. Okay,
we're gonna hear this guy crying, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Like, it's just there's kids rolling around all day. We don't need you doing 40, 50 miles an hour. And he flips me the bird. So I'm like,
none of that happened. right? He wasn't doing 40 or 50 miles an hour. He didn't give him the finger. This guy's a lying piece of shit. So, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. There we go. So anyway, I rolled my bike out this afternoon to clean it up, and he comes through the neighborhood, full revs with 2 kids on, I think, e-bikes. He goes up the hill, comes back down. I walk out and stop and say, "Hey, guy, dude, you got to stop."
Listen to how calm he describes himself. It's freaking amazing.
You got to stop, like, in these neighborhoods. So he hit his brakes hard because I was like trying to stop him. I was like, he falls off his bike. He
falls off his bike.
He did.
And he starts wailing. You can see this. He starts wailing on me.
He needs medical attention.
No, I'm fine.
Starts wailing on me.
Yeah, right. Did not wail on you
No,
at all.
and that was after the fact when you got in his face and he pushed you away, you fell over, and then you got back in his face and he pushed you down again.
So then I like, he gets back on his bike and I'm like, he starts getting like fresh air. Like I push him back. He gets back up off his bike and then.
So even there, it's like he got on his bike to leave and then you pushed him back. Why? He was exiting. Right. Yeah. So now you're attacking him because he's going to do what? Leave?
Yeah.
You know, so there's a fucking break in the statement.
Like beats out of me.
I saw everything.
I didn't push back. But he's like on. And I was like, "Could you just stop riding around here like a."
Right.
There's kids here, man.
I did nothing and he beat me up and I just stood there and took it.
And he's buying it, man. And he's obviously selling it. Shit. But yeah, dude.
So you can see.
Yeah, I see. That's what.
And I'm on the floor waiting on.
Not at all.
None of that happened.
Not at all.
Not to mention that dude's big. If he was wailing on you, you'd be way more.
Right. And you laid in the fetal position and wanted him to just wish him away.
I was scared. Like,
I'm out here with the victim.
And all I was doing was trying to clean my bike.
I hope everybody.
All that I was doing was trying to clean my bike.
Right. I hope everybody in the neighborhood, in the world, sees him and is like, "You're such a pansy ass lying piece of shit." Oh, I hate you.
Do you know who?
I hate you. I hate him. Why do I hate him so much, Josh? Why? Why?
Well, one, because he's a liar. Nobody likes liars.
Right. And nobody likes a crybaby.
Yeah.
It's for the kids, man. It's for the kids. Don't get me started on the UK.
I didn't even see any
But
kids.
Oh, Stommer. But
You saw him the other day.
what's that?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was
Anything?
Sorry?
Did you get a tag on the green?
No. It was a green Kawasaki with a big muscly dude.
Yeah, he was like huge
dude. And I pushed him back and then.
See, huge dude. So I attacked him naturally.
Right?
He fell because he fell over.
What was he wearing?
I reckon just regular.
on video.
You do?
Yeah, you can see.
Okay.
You can see. I just brought my bike out.
So, do you want me to wake up my
2 times. I know he said he didn't want any, but he's got a pretty large abrasion on his head, and it's swollen pretty bad. So let's
Yeah, I was down on the ground.
May I see that?
Yeah.
I hope everybody at the apartment is laughing their ass off at this guy. I mean, I really, really do. Lie, baby. Nice, James. I love that. Lie, baby.
Temple, that's where the orange dirt bike is at.
No, she's. I just like, I'm so fed up with people riding through our neighborhood at these crazy speeds.
That is the truth. That's the first true thing he said I'm fed up of people riding through the neighborhood.
Right. And
Doesn't
that
matter
was
how
just,
fast they are. Doesn't matter anything else. He's tired of people riding through the neighborhood.
yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. And then today was the day. If I hear one more bike, I'm coming out and I'm
Today's
putting
the
a
day.
stop to it.
And I'm going to do it in front of his kids.
Right. And it's going to be Reacher.
Probably the biggest
Is that
dude
how-
in the neighborhood.
Right. Maybe what part of him? Why didn't you just say, okay, the next guy, the next guy that rides through.
Right. Maybe not him. He's huge and he's got
Yeah.
his kids with him. Let me find the next guy.
Next guy. Maybe a little smaller guy. So the next guy. Maybe the next girl that definitely goes through the neighborhood, I'm gonna stop.
Because I think I just heard you guys.
Well, I heard him revving and because I ride motorcycles all the time, so I kind of like I know, and I'm very respectful. I'm sorry, officer.
No, you're good. So I am just given the size of that knot on your head, I'm gonna have fire and EMS just come out. You can refuse. I'd rather them
It's
check you
really
out.
big, buddy.
Yeah, I'd rather you be checked out.
Because he laid a couple of. I didn't try to hit him back. I did push him. I was like, enough is enough, because he hit me once. I was like,
He didn't hit you
which
at
is
all.
which is why you kept getting in front of his bike as he tried to leave, because enough was enough, right?
Right.
Like the third or fourth time that you got in front of him.
You may have thought he hit you, but he did not hit you.
It's because he's so big. The push felt like a hit.
Right. And he imagined it, like, oh my God, he's really reacher and pusher. Nice, Jerry.
and then he when I went to the ground, he rolled onto me and laid in.
He spooned you? What did
He
he
laid
do?
into him and just,
Exactly. Started dry humping me. What?
Oh,
Like
man.
he got on my leg like a basset hound.
Which also didn't happen.
Right? No.
He's too big, so I find disturbing.
You told him to stay down and stop getting up so he could ride away.
So we can leave.
Yeah, I did push him once.
Oh no,
Just once.
Not just once. Not true.
It looked like it was after he had already struck you.
Yeah, I did push him away because, and then when
So when he was on the bike trying to leave, you pushed him away, like to give him a scoot, you know, to fucking help him. Oh,
I pushed him away, his bike fell over. I think I'm not sure if you have it on camera or not.
his bike fell over because we ignore the laws of physics and how
I
it
pushed
may
him
have
once 4 times. Yeah, good job, Clayton.
right, yeah, not right. Each individual push was a
Well,
push.
that was a separate incident because that was the 3rd time I tried to stop him.
Right. So we're starting from zero.
We
again.
started over. Yeah, we started over.
But there'll be cameras there. And then when he did that, he just wailed on me. And when I went to the ground, he just beat out of me, which is why I went.
You were in fetal position way before he even got near you, and he told you to stay down.
Well, and then he was on his hands and knees. He only rolled over for a moment, and then he got on his
Right.
hands and knees. And the guy just he's just gonna be like, bro, just stay down. Why are you getting up? Okay.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to leave.
Trying to leave. My kids are here.
I was going to fight him. He's a big dude. I wasn't interested in that. He's like, have you had a drink? Have you had a drink? I said, yeah, I had a drink while I'm watching the soccer today in my house.
Oh, officer. Come
He did
on,
drink.
dude. Take the
He probably
blood
only had
shot.
one. He probably only had one every 10 minutes. It was only
Right.
one.
Dude, if you're not taking fucking breath, that is bullshit.
Ooh,
He just admitted to having a drink.
at least one.
At least one.
We know he can't count, so
Right. I had won 9 different times.
right. I had one for each goal.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God, dude.
Right.
And I bring my bike out, and you can see I was bringing my bike out to clean
You were cleaning it. Let me guess.
it. He comes around the corner.
Can we pause it for a second?
Yeah.
I like how he's like, I heard him go by. This is the beginning. I heard him go by, so I brought my bike out to clean it. No, you brought your bike out so you'd be outside when he drove back.
Right. Exactly.
Not just to clean it.
Yeah, so you had an excuse to wait
Be
for
out
him
there.
so you can confront him.
Exactly.
Okay.
you know, it's just it's unnecessary. And you go enjoy yourself on your bike, but don't ride around at unnecessary speeds, especially with two kids with you and two kids with him. So in front of the two kids, he literally kicked the out of me, and I wasn't going to fight back.
Right.
But he did his work on me, and I absolutely want to
did his
press
work.
charges for sure.
Right. All right.
I wouldn't normally, but the fact that he like went once and twice, I just don't think it's I don't think it's
Oh gosh.
Okay, so that being said, now I want to watch the footage again, and then we'll call it a night. Sorry, I just have to keep going on this.
Oh, that's a good point, Clayton. He said that's why us cops like talkers. They usually end up incriminating themselves after a while.
Right, exactly.
That's true.
So here's the original footage again. So let's recall
The speed.
what happened.
Yeah. Definitely not going 50. What's that say? 23.
23.
27. 27. Up to 27. Woo, okay. And if they're in the
19.
UK, that's kilometers.
Right.
Which is even slower, everybody.
Okay, so here he is.
19. Slows down. Oop. Okay. He didn't touch him there. He just fell over.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
What?
Stand in front of a fucking bike again, dude. Doing what? You threatened my fucking safety, bro. Are you kidding me? I should not be a fucking around. Go ahead, go down. Go down. I'm called the BPD. I've called them already because you've been driving around this fucking neighborhood like a fucking lunatic. Lunatic. There's kids running around here. Go ahead. You want to happen? Go ahead. Are you drunk right now, bro? Go ahead. Are you drinking? Go ahead.
Are you drinking? There he goes. He starts asking him, "Are you drinking? I can smell alcohol on you." The kids still are just like stoic, man. They're just like whatever.
It's Sunday.
I should have run you over. You did. No, I didn't. I stopped and fell over. Oh gosh. Well, I'm glad he got cleared and that it was self-defense.
Yeah. I mean, literally, I'm going to get to the freaking.
Where he beats him down?
Yeah, where now he pushes him. Now he's attacking him as he's trying to leave. Again, most going 27 miles an hour. This guy pops out like the Predator. It's like, why don't you move? And he's like, no. He pushed him over. He literally just pushes him down.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, no, stay down. He's
just pushing him down. He's not wailing on you by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
Kick his bike over. Just
like, just let him leave.
He's not, right? I mean,
know,
now he's like trying to,
you know. It's all on camera.
Yep, it is all on camera. And he still drives away, you know, at like
7, you know?
8, 10, you know. So yeah.
Why? Because he has his kids with him who aren't going to be going 50 or 60.
Unbelievable. Yeah, right. All right. So excellent. So again, thanks everybody for joining us. Ran a little overtime, but yeah, that was good. So yeah, everybody, thank you again. Awesome. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Clayton. Thank you, Tom, for commenting. Again, you know, if you can, like, subscribe, you know, we'll be here same bat time, same bat channel next week. Peace.